Hello, hello, and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon next in August 2020. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, and damn happy to be serving you today. Welcome, 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 my subscribers. Welcome back. Thank you so much, my Sagittarians. I love you guys so much. I have so many good Sagittarian friends that I really like. I've never had a rough time with the Sag, really, honestly. So kind of adoring you all right now. If you are new to my channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel, right? Liking the video, commenting as you see fit, and because upload times have been what they are, you might want to hit the notification bell, because some of these like are taking a while to upload. So I post them as quickly as I can, considering the technology and the time that we're in. Everybody on the internet working from home or not, right? You know what I mean? Cool, cool. Let's get down to business. This is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. Check your other signs, because we're doing a What Do I Need read for this full moon in Aquarius on August 3rd. And it's at 11:59 a.m. Eastern. So like that's a minute before noon, so you might want to do your intention work, your spell work, your full moon stuff the night before on Sunday, unless you have a Monday morning free to kind of do what you're going to do at the peak of the moon. And that is the corn moon. When was the last time I had corn? To the waning moon, that will then unfold, to the new moon in Leo on August 18th, a Tuesday. But that's tricky too, because it goes new at 10:42 p.m. So if you really want to work the new moon side of it, not the dark moon side of it, you might have to wait. It's a better idea to wait until later in the evening. Cool, cool. This is a What Do I Need read, a 7-card draw, which means simply that I'm working with 7 different decks, 1 card each representing a different pantheon that I've been working with my entire life, to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace, the clues, the tips, the hints in terms of what you need for this full moon to new moon next. Cool. Let's get into it. You focus on your breath. I will focus on mine. That will keep us in the present moment, allowing the divine to work through me, and so that you can, right, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Pay attention to what happens in your body, right? Don't let the mind tell you what resonates. Let the physiology, what's going on in your body. Because how I know something doesn't resonate is because it goes, right? It's just neutral, right? But if I get triggered by something, even if it's horrible, I pay attention, because that's my physiology telling me that there's resonance there. Resonance doesn't always mean it feels good. Sorry. That's just how it rolls as an intuitive, trust me, particularly when you're dating, right? Don't feel right. Cool, cool. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. All the way at the bottom, I've got some cool links in there as well you might want to check out. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck. Let's get up in this gig, shall we? Breathe. Oh, yeah. Last read of the day. Here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Using the Caroline Myss archetype deck, the blessed for my collective pantheons, all of you together, please, 1 card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What is the dominant archetype, the soul power that they are alchemizing from lead to gold, from shadow to light, from toxic to healthy within themselves, within a situation, or in tandem with somebody else in their life for this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo? Please just leave the right one in my hand. It was 2. It's humid. Things are sticking together. So please, if it was one of those 2, please send it around again. I didn't really see what they were, but please leave it in my hand. Ooh, I think you're going to like this one. Now look, this is a divine feminine archetype family, right? There are different families of archetypes. You're dealing with the queen archetype. Now that might be within you, that might be within somebody else, that might be within a larger archetypal situation. sort of like the whole world has gone into hermit mode, right? So the hermit is an archetype. The queen, like I said, is divine feminine family, but this is not about gender. Well, I mean, I have the queen archetype and I'm gay, but that doesn't necessarily mean if you're a biological male and you get the queen archetype, the queen is the one who managed the law. Right? There's a big thing about the laws, the ethics, the virtues of the kingdom. That's very much the queen archetype. But let me read you the shadow and the light. And the reason why I use these in the waning moon, what do I need reads, not the waxing, is because lead and gold. Alchemy, lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. I had to look that up. Someone told me that. I was like, oh. So 3 things, symbolically speaking, have to be burned off, transformed, let go of in order for the toxicity of lead to alchemize into the healing of gold, right? So the shadow you're dealing with in yourself, in another person, in a situation, any combo, or all of those things, the shadow attribute becomes arrogant when authority is challenged. Whatever do you mean? Off with their heads, controlling and demanding. Now look, any archetype can be controlling and demanding, but we are looking at a queen archetype here. Always on my ways. Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version. Wow, do I have some memories of that in the 80s, in college, with friends and chemicals. The light attribute radiates the regal feminine. Right? You do not have to be a female to radiate the regal feminine. That's definitely more yin, more emotional, more internal. Uses her benevolent authority to protect others, right? Now, I am well aware the majority of my clientele, the majority of my followers are probably female. It's just the way my life has been. I'm a Dionysus archetype. Mayonnaise, right? But the queen archetype plays such a special role in my life because my mother is a queen archetype, so that makes me the prince, one of the princes in the family. So I have great respect for the queen, plus you don't know if I wait till I write my tell-all. And I was in the New Age 90s, man. My spiritual awakening happened early. I survived the New Age 90s, and boy, do I have some stories to tell about some of them female spiritual teachers. Woo! Make your hair fall out, curl it, or make it go straight, right? Well, the hair. Let's not get carried away. Queen! And you know, the rise of the queen archetype is absolutely alive and well, right? I mean, look, drag queen, right? The rise of the divine feminine, women taking more positions of political power, right? So it's a delightful thing to watch, and I'm glad that I have the queen archetype now, not so much in the 80s and the 90s, right? But now, thrilled. I'm a feminist. Can you tell? Once people meet my mom, they're like, oh yeah, I get it. So, let's turn to the Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue, to get you what healing angel that you need. Remember, this is a what do I need read, that you need to call upon for this full to new moon. Cool, cool. Breathe. My angels and archangels. Oh, you feel so lovely. Please, please, oh please, one card in clarity. What is the perfect healing angel that is hovering above this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs that they need to call to, that they need to pray to, that they need to ask the help of for this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Leo, August 2020. Manifestation. Now, why would you need to call upon a healing angel of manifestation? Because you need some help healing something that's manifesting, right? Or sometimes the process of manifestation can be rough, right? Look at birth. I mean, literal, physical birth. That's a rough process. The mother really needs to heal. So bringing something into manifestation, the language of pregnancy and the language of creativity are pretty much the same. You conceive, you gestate, you carry, you labor, and it takes off on its own, right? So call to the angel of manifestation, because what makes a queen archetype go into the shadow is when they don't get what they want. But sometimes it's a process of manifestation, like it's in the hopper. We're not in control of the timing like we'd like to be. We're just not. Oh, let me raise my vibration really, really high so it comes faster. It doesn't work that way. Believe me, I thought it worked that way for a long time, let's put it that way. And it doesn't. Things come in when they're scheduled to come in, and when we don't get what we want, it matures us. It gives us the opportunity to either deliberately stay in the shadow or alchemize ourselves into the gold, the light. I just mixed metaphor quite literally. Let's keep going. The next two decks we're going to use are tarot, because I like a little tarot narrative when I can get it. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, Fiona Morgan's deck. We are going to use this for the voices of the divine feminine, the goddesses. Now, since we already have the Queen archetype on the table here, a feminine family archetype, this should be interesting. This is what you need to be aware of within yourself. The internal world, the world behind your eyes, the yin, right? So you could say the psychological, right? The personal world, as opposed to the external world, which will be the next deck. Breathe. My goddesses, please, I feel that. That feels really nice. One card in clarity, please. Whoop. That was weird how that fell. The cards fell and literally wedged themselves between this chair and the cushion, so it didn't hit the floor. That was weird. Saved by a cushion? Oh, probably better than Saved by the Bell. It's all right. I'm saved by the bell. My goddesses, please, one more time. One card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What do they need to be aware of within themselves? Within their own personal world, the world behind their eyes, their psychological world, their personal level of power, please. One card in clarity for them. What do they need? This full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo. Leave one card in my hand. Thank you. This did feel lovely. Now I know why. You got the Ace of Pentacles. There is a new opportunity brewing inside of you, and that totally makes sense. With this card of manifestation, you're carrying a seed within you. Now could be pregnancy. If that's what you're shooting for. If not, EPT ASAP. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. This is really saying that in your internal world, there is a new opportunity, some new physical experience that you are creating on the inner that you may not be aware of. Now look, the Queen archetype. I don't want to get too gendery with this, but if we look at what the role of the Queen hath been, not what it would be now, but what it has been for centuries, really the prime role of the Queen, and this is so ridiculous in today's context, but it's what they're giving me, the Queen was to create an heir, H-E-I-R, not A-I-R, for the king, right? To have a child, and a male child, because it was patrilineal. You know, originally it was all matrilineal because you knew who the mother was, right? Why did we go to patriarchy? Pendulum swing, what can I tell you? I'm not thrilled about it either, but there you have it, right? That there is something you are gestating. Most likely this Queen archetype then is you, regardless of your gender, because we are looking at a form almost of, I want to say, a creative pregnancy, if not literal, but something new, a project. Not so much the inspiration, which would be the Ace of Flames, the Ace of Wands. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So it's that, it's already in there. It's in there like Prego. Let's keep going. I want to feel that out a little bit. Because these are puzzle pieces. That's why I try and wait for the end until the summation, unless something hits me in the third eye, right? The Mythic Tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke. We are going to ask the gods, right? We just did the Divine Feminine, the Divine Yin, half the energy of the universe. Now we're going to look to the Divine Masculine, the voice of the gods, the Yang, the masculine external, that you become aware of either something in your outside world, right? Yang, or your own masculine energy in terms of how this yin comes into the world. Yin, yang. Yin and yang, if you're from Long Island, apparently. I took speech classes. Can you tell? Wait till I get tired or drunk. Oh my God, I gotta walk the dog to the mall at the corner. Breathe. I am the fun one. Oh my gods, yes, I feel you. Sit up straight. My gods, please, one card. Nope. In clarity for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What do they need to be aware of in terms of their own masculine energy or what's going on in their outside world, the literal world, in context to the personal internal? What is it that they need to be aware of this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo 2020? The Magician. This is about your creativity. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say for the majority of you, this Queen archetype is you, and that there's something here that you are trying to bring into form that is very important, not just to you but to your tribe. Right? Radiates the divine feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So maybe this isn't just about protection, but this could be about, in some way, feeding. Now, maybe not feeding so literal. A project that feeds the soul. And the Magician says your own creative process, you are being used as a channel of manifestation. This is Hermes in this deck, standing at a crossroads. So, you know, there's a choice to do this. Are you willing to do it or not, right? To literally take from the as above down into the so below. Yeah, this is absolutely a perfect match because Ace of Pentacles, the number one card number one in the Major Arcana. So you could say new beginnings. Yes, you're gestating a new beginning within yourself, but it is wanting very much to manifest. But because this is an ace, it might say it's not necessarily going to manifest this, well, that would make sense, this full moon to new moon next, so much as you really want to look at new moon to full moon. That's the process of waxing. This is a waning tide we are looking at. Very interesting. Let's keep going. These first four cards really lay a stable foundation, right? Like four corners of a foundation. Now we're going to build upon that with the next three divination systems, although the Matcon healing mantra deck isn't a divination system, it's a healing tool, but I'm a Virgo, I'm gonna make it work. Breathe. Voices of the Ascended Masters. Please. One card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs using the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. 4 different types of cards, 4 suits, the problem that they need to be aware of, the luck that they need to see is with them, the healing that they need to embrace, or the grace that they need to allow in. Please, my Ascended Masters, what is what is it that they need this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo, August 2020? You got the healing card of truth. Truth, 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 truth. So you need to embrace the healing that the truth will bring you. So this could be very, very tricky in the sense that with manifestation, what we want and what we get, there's a creative process in there. And it is very important, this would be something that you need to do, is to really look with the clearest eyes you can, meaning these two as well as this one, to see clearly. Now, you are Sagittarians, right? That I know it's hard to not be impulsive and impetuous as a mutable fire. Well, it's the only mutable fire sign of the zodiac. The Archer, right? Like the Hunter. This is something that you want to bring into play. It is something that really is in its deepest potential within you. You definitely have the tools that you need to bring it out into the world, but you need to really heal with some element of truth here. And maybe that truth is, you might have a fantasy in mind about how this is going to look or how long it's going to take. Didn't we all in January have things we thought we were going to do much quicker than we're doing it in 2020? Yeah. So keep this in mind. Like, make your prayers, your magic, your whatever, even for waning moon, to wane illusions so that you can see truth, to burn away the clouds of obfuscation, to see clearly. Now I got a Debbie Harry song in my head. I can see clearly now. I can go all the way. I can see clearly now that you're near me. Breathe. As we turn our attention and intention towards the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimensional and above, through the Whispers of Love Oracle, you'll get this. Please, wow, there's a lot of differing opinions, vibrations here in the collective. This is a little different for me. Oh, you're Sagittarians. Yeah, you all have different intentions on this one. Please. The higher self collective, the higher selves of all involved. I need one card. A whisper of love for this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Wow. It's not so much static on the channel, but it's like volleys of arrows going in every direction, all of these intentions. So this is a truly general read. It's like you can't almost see the sky. There are so many arrows, and a lot of them are on fire. So please, the higher selves of all involved, what is the information, inspiration, or insight that this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign needs from this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Leo 2020, please? Looking at that Queen archetype, love is all around you. It's the insight. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this truth. Oh, this truth. So there is something about love here. But it's funny that they say the love is all around you rather than within you in this particular card. Yes, the love is the truth of who we are. But is there a thing here where you need to know that there are others around you who love you, who want to support you? Because what's a queen without a queendom? I wanted to say kingdom, but that's the wrong gender for this particular archetype. Remember, this isn't about bodily gender. This is about energetic archetypal dynamic. So we're really looking at a truth here that needs to be revealed, and part of it might come from those around you, because love is all around. No need to waste it. You can take the town. Why don't you take it? Because you're going to make this happen after all. In alignment with the divine plan and all that jazz. Interesting. I know, sort of a blanket statement there. Love is all around you. But for some of you, if you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling cut off, if you feel like you are a queen without a queendom, love is all around you. Maybe that's part of what you're trying to anchor in. And if you are trying to, like, you know, bring in, well, when you put truth and love together, you get true love. Know that then you are a queen who archetypally would be manifesting her king. Let's get your last card down. And here we turn to the healing mantra deck, as I mentioned before. Now, Sages, I got to tell you, mantra work is very, very powerful for fire signs in this sense, that it takes air, right, to feed the fire. Yes, you also need heat and fuel, but air is really essential. You can have the heat and you can have the fuel. If you don't have the air, it ain't gonna work. So mantras being thoughts, element of air, you can feed this healing mantra, whatever it is, to your fire, because it would be the healing mantra that you need. Breathe. By the way, this feels really nice altogether. My Ascended Masters, you who gave us the card of truth, can you give us another little piece of truth, or not so little piece of truth? What is the healing mantra that this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign needs for this waning moon? Full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Leo. What have you got for them, please? What is their perfect healing mantra? Waning moon, August 2020. Liberating love. Liberating love. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Now that's a wordy mantra. I myself prefer Sanskrit, but this is in English, right? I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give, which puts you more in a creative position. What is the love that is all around you that you are willing to receive? But remember that there is fulfillment that as well that you can give as well. And I do feel like the fulfillment is in potentia within you. But you have the skills and the tools to manifest it, bring it into form. I'm going to read from the book here, Liberating Love. Because I've had all of these mantras at one point. I got these when they first hit the market in December. So I think I've pretty much had all of them. There are 52. You really could do one mantra a week for a year. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. When love is liberated, your heart remains open to all the gifts that life has to offer. Pretty good so far. As love is liberated from the emotional wounds of the human condition, there ain't none of those, there's a ton of those, it becomes easy to accept, forgive, and receive. Some days more than others. When such actions seem exhausting, it is simply a sign that your heart doesn't feel safe enough to remain open. When this occurs, your will's freedom to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening up to resume. In other words, the mother has to what? The queen has to take care of the child within her, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority, her loving authority to protect others, and maybe in this case to protect the innocence of your own heart. When the heart has permission to open, your love is liberated, and you can shine a light into all levels of reality to awaken the truth of all. And love is all around you. This is about unity consciousness on a really larger level. This mantra is ideal for learning how to believe in yourself, promoting self-realization, and I think a queen that doesn't know they're a queen, even if you're in a male body, heterosexual, whatever, to promote your own self-realization and integrating the shadow. Ooh, very, very, very interesting. Let me put it together for you. The collective pantheons are saying that you are dealing with the queen archetype from lead to gold, right? Off with their heads to come here, let me protect you. The queen was in charge of the keep in the castle, right? Where all the good stuff was, right? The food, different than the armory, right? The gold, like sort of like the treasure room, the keep. And within that internal keep within yourself, there is there's a real strong potential of something that wants to what? Manifest. So you do need to kind of call upon that angel to help you manifest, because the Magician card is all about manifestation. It's not just about a thought, it's about a decision, different than the Lovers, to allow something to manifest through you. That's why this could very easily be pregnancy for somebody, like literal pregnancy. Even if it's not literal pregnancy, like I said, the language of creativity and the language of pregnancy are essentially the same, but there is a truth here that needs to come in order for this to be healthy. Now, here's the thing, just to jump ahead, in terms of liberating love, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Then part of that healing is about truth. And that's why this could be about true love, because love is all around you. You are not as isolated as you might believe yourself to be. Even if you're surrounded by people, you can feel isolated. But there is an extension here that with that liberating love, the more you are able to really love the different wounds of the human condition within your heart is divine. We're all divine beings incarnate in physical form. We are souls that take on bodies and the roles of humanity. But really, we're not human. We're not Homo sapiens. We are divine beings, right? We're the divine children of the gods, if you want to go there. So there's a real manifestation here for you, but really keep an eye on the truth and that liberating love. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give, instead of always giving. Are you allowing yourself to receive the fulfillment that you give to so many, the queen archetype that you are? And I do feel like this is you, and if by chance this is somebody else in your life, take that in mind, keep that in mind, that I still have to kind of be willing to give and receive the love that I want to experience, because it is all around. Let me give you the blessing. May the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Leo, that they may have the angel of manifestation assist them with this external magician choice to bring something into form from within them, this seed of potential that the goddesses are highlighting that really needs some healing of truth. This needs to be seen in the light of truth so that they can liberate love, allowing themselves to receive all the fulfillment they are willing to give, because love is all around them. And as a regal divine feminine energy on planet Earth, may they bring that into being in a way that protects and serves not just themselves but others for the well-being of all. So mote it be, and so it is. Granted, that was a long blessing, but I think one well worth it. So, thank you for watching, my Sagittarius asses. I love you all so much. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please comment in the comment section below. I like the feedback, and plus it boosts the algorithm, whatever that's about. So, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Leo, my darlings. Hail. Farewell, and blessed, blessed be.